What's up, YouTube? What's good with it? Welcome to Kramer and Jess Uncensored. This is our 80th episode.
Really?
The big 80, Jess.
Oh, wow.
Which is crazy. You know why?
Oh, my God. Don't say it.
I get one every 5, remember?
I guess, whatever.
They sat us, I was on Zoom.
What?
I just heard about it. Through a voice memo.
Mm-hmm.
But they said, this show should never happen. And it won't be successful. There's for sure no way to ever hit episode 80.
Questionable.
Gosh dang it, we did it. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
80 episodes of this show in almost 2 years. So thank you for being here. Welcome to Kramer and Jess Uncensored. If you're new to this, though, we need to give you a little heads up. What's that, Jess?
This is the Close Friends podcast, if you will, like the feature on Instagram, because this isn't something that, no stories that you would share willingly with maybe a certain family member. So this is a safe place.
Yes, and nothing that we talk on here can be repeated.
Yeah, don't bring that up.
I heard you on something. It has to be a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
So please respect that. Families, friends,
Don't hit up people on our behalf.
Yeah, I heard that. No. Mm-hmm. This is we will shut this show down. This will be 80 episodes and done. Also, hi to our YouTube family. In case you don't know, hey, Queen Pam, she's logged on this morning.
Hey.
In case you don't know, we also do this show on YouTube. If you want to go watch it. For some reason, the last couple episodes have not been showing up afterwards, but let me get on our IT department, wink, wink, me, and figure out why they're not showing up as saved later on. But let's just assume it's there, okay? Jessica, I asked you a question earlier, and I thought we'd bring this to the podcast. We did not get onto this on the radio show, but there's a trending story today. I'll ask you the question first, and we'll work backwards.
Mm-hmm.
If you found out that you were related to your boyfriend, Garage Boy, would you stay with him? The reason I ask, there's a story we didn't do on the radio show today. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
no, we didn't. We couldn't.
Too much.
Yeah.
There are 2 OnlyFans stars who have been dating for 2 years to find out they may actually be sisters. Break it down for you.
Mm-hmm.
Their name are Carly and Mercedes, and in real life, they've been dating for 2 years. On OnlyFans, they play sisters as this like weird, kinky fetish.
Yeah, that's their thing.
Of look, we're 2 sisters making out and doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Live your life. Secure the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Things got a little more complicated because of news breaking today and a TikTok with over now 6 million views. They reveal they found out their mothers both had sex with the same man. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I have the ability to show you this TikTok and what these 2 girls look like. They look very similar. Obviously, because they play sisters in this TikTok fetish thing, right? So there's a real possibility now that the 2 are actually half sisters for real. And like, they're freaking out. Obviously, people on TikTok are freaking out. They ask in the clip if they should take a DNA test or if they should just continue dating if they find out that they are indeed half sisters. A follow-up video they posted saying they're looking into a DNA test, but nothing's been done, which, by the way, great carry-through story. Who's not going to follow that account?
Totally.
Jessica, you find out.
I know.
At this point, because you guys have been almost dating for the same amount of time. They've been dating for 2 years.
I know.
You find out the Garage Boy
is my...
How about possibly could be your half-brother? Let's walk the same exact scenario.
Totally.
Here, okay?
Yeah.
You find out that both of your moms ended up having sex with the same guy. Okay.
Okay.
That's the fact here. And that's all we know.
No, I feel like it would be like my dad hooking up with some woman and the woman coming to my dad and be like, my son may possibly be yours.
Sure.
And it's Garage Boy.
It's Garage. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, you're both Filipino and Mexican. Could it be?
You know?
Just go with it. Do it for the clicks, Jess.
Yeah,
Just go in there and say we
whatever.
think we might be. First off, like, what the fuck would you do?
Like immediately, I don't know if it's something internally, but just the thought of that, I feel like, at least for me, it would just shut everything down.
So no matter what.
I think like all of a sudden, I would assume, because right now it freaks me out. And right now it's very disgusting to me.
Right. Just the idea of it.
Just the idea of it.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that if that was a serious thing and an actual possibility, I feel like everything in my being would just like,
yeah.
like I don't
so you're
think I like
immediately so let's say this happened. You guys are living. Jess has a 1-bedroom apartment. You're sleeping in the same bed. Are you guys? You're instantly gonna like separate?
I think.
Like put your relationship on hold?
No, totally.
Is he moving out or who? Like, are you gonna sleep on the couch or what's
well,
the?
If
what's
we're
the
siblings, I'm not gonna kick him out because that's family. You know, I'd never do that.
So you would make him sleep on the couch, or one of you would sleep on the couch.
Yeah, the 1-bedroom apartment. You know, he could turn the living room into a room until he figured out what he wanted to do.
But you don't even know. So then, like, would you go forward with a DNA test, or at this point is it just too weird?
I would have to because
right?
Yeah. Because I'm making the situation real in my mind. Like if this woman was like, my son may possibly be yours, I'd be questioning everything. And like and also we have to think about like how their relationship with their moms is like affected. You know, I'm just thinking all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Right. I would have to get a DNA test.
Okay. So then you find out because you guys are
positive. He is the father, and Garage Boy is indeed my half brother.
What do you do? Like, what would and not just be like, what would you seriously do? You guys live together.
It would be over. It would be over. We couldn't have. It would be over.
Would you say like you got to move out?
No.
Or like, would you want to try to get a 2-bedroom apartment because it's your brother?
I mean, wanted to stay
here. So messy. So you'd be okay with that. And so then your next boyfriend, you'd be like, oh, this is my brother. I have fucked him. Just FYI.
That's the thing that sucks. That's what sucks. I don't know if we could. I think we would just not.
You couldn't live together.
No.
No way.
Because now, could you imagine after going from like having sex and seeing each other naked and then having to change and being like, I'm just going to shut the door?
Yeah.
After you've seen everything and been everywhere?
Yeah. Like.
Also, could you imagine like this actually being real life, like our story? Like I gave him a blowjob in my parents' garage and I find out that he's like my you know, like that, like I couldn't.
I would love it.
I couldn't come back from that and everything would have to end.
We'd milk this so hard. It'd be so wild.
But also just like an actual emotional side to this. It would be devastating. And I feel really bad for these girls if this is serious and they're in love with each other, like that's devastating.
But like, could part of you say, listen, we already had sex. Like, we've had sex for 2 years. I love you. You love me. We're only half. It's not even like.
No, because it's not like I can remove my dad from the equation, you know, or whoever he came from. Like
that's because I think that's the part that trips you initially is like, ooh, it's gross. Like you had sex with your brother, okay, or your sister or whatever. Gross. But like you already did it. It's not like you started dating and then like nothing's happened and then you found out. Like you've been living together.
No,
you had sex multiple times.
It's different. It's like your half
can't take
brother,
it back.
your half sister. This isn't some like 3-4 cousins removed. Not saying that would make it okay either, but at least there'd be like some more distance.
Oh, I'm dead.
Sucks.
I am dead.
I feel bad for Carly and Mercedes.
I mean, low
I really
key.
hope it's not true.
Or you know where my brain goes. Is this all just like a TikTok?
It could be.
Just
if it is, secure the bag, girls.
I'm mad about it. It's a good story. It's hella dramatic. Okay, we got a new member on the show. How about that? Because our other one left us because we suck. No. We are going to introduce you guys to somebody new today before we introduce them to the radio family. Because this is a safer place over here. For what I know of him, this might be a better introduction. Just to, I don't know.
What?
He's wild. He's a little wild.
So what?
So we have hired someone new that we're I think he's a superstar.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a guy. My hope for this guy is that he's going to be a regular player on our show.
Mhm.
Someone that we eventually bring into the Kramer and Jess family.
Mhm.
And he's very different than us. Very similar sense of humor. Very different life perspective, right? That we don't have on the show. And I'm really friggin' excited about him. So don't let me down. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Anne Arundel County, PG County. Where are you from?
He's PG County.
PG, all the way from PG County.
Oh my God. You make it so weird.
And sitting to my right.
You make everything so
I
weird.
don't know how to do this.
Unnecessarily weird and uncomfortable.
Well, how would you say? What do you want to say?
We have a new member of the show. He's fucking rad. This is Hassan. Period. Like
Thank
he's
you.
He's like, I have a lot of I'm not sure. And then I feel like, how did that make you feel? I don't understand why he does shit like that.
It's the fact that he said Anne Arundel County.
I know. That's
That's the first
basically he
part.
doesn't care
But
about you. He says you're a superstar and he's super excited, but doesn't pay attention when you speak.
He
He's
literally
somewhere.
said PG County the whole time.
Is what you've
That's all we talked
learned.
about. We've talked about
Prince
PG
George's
County.
for those. who
Lesson
don't
number
know.
1,
Look
he's
at
not
that.
paying attention ever.
Not really.
He's closer to the DC area. For those that we people all over the country, he's closer to DC than he is to Baltimore.
Yes.
But we'll still accept him. It's fine. Let me tell you the story about this guy, because there have been a few moments in my life where I meet somebody and I just become almost instantly obsessed with them.
Mm.
And most of them have turned out to do very well for themselves in this business. I met Miguel Fuller in college. I was like, dude, you are a friggin' star. Literally, now this dude's doing his own show with Charlotte, right? Knew he had to be on the radio. Holly O'Connor, she sent in like 200 friggin' out of 200 people that we auditioned for her role in Panama City. She stood out to me. I'm like, she's a star. We gotta make sure she's on the radio. She's with Miguel now doing a show, doing awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy, our producer in Panama City, knew she was just open. She was vulnerable. She was slightly ditzy and but very much so being herself. Now she's doing a show by herself in Kentucky. I met this one girl in San Diego. Her name was Jessica Dutra, but I don't know what she's doing now. I think she's working at Hardee's. No, but it was the same thing when I met Jess. I was like, holy hell, like you have got something. And people that I believe in, I work really hard to try to, and this is not like, oh, look how great I am. But like, I don't know. I have this weird sense if I think people like have it, and I work really hard to like nurture that, because I really want them. Radio needs good people and good personalities and people that are funny and vulnerable and quirky and
Different.
I knew Jess is one of those. Like instantly I knew Jess. Like the second I met you. And I remember I text Jess. I don't even remember this or not. But I remember because Jess was a promo kid at this point. Like I don't think you were working with the morning. You may have been, but I don't think. No,
Low key.
Were you as me? I don't think you were.
No, not yet.
It was another woman was running the board. This is before C-Riz and everything.
Yeah.
And I'd met Jess at an event because Jess was the one that went and worked, set up a tent and everything. And I remember we probably did an event or two together. I texted her. I'm like, listen, I think you got something. Like it's going to be hard because, this industry's super hard, but like, I want you to stick with it. And now that woman, she was a girl then, she's a woman now.
Did you hear the crack in his voice when
because
he said
because
that?
she was like this little baby.
I start crying.
I just like found this little baby like squirrel or something on the side of the street.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I want to nurse you to be like a real radio person. And now she's my co-host, which is just crazy. So here's the story with Hassan is that I was walking into work.
We stole him.
We literally stole him. I was walking into work and this guy just crossed my path and it was Hassan. And all he literally said was, hey, good morning or something. That was it.
Yeah.
That's all you said. It was it was a passing. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was. He was like, hey, good morning. I was like, who the fuck's that? like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
So I came in here and I was like, who is that? Did you know this guy? This guy's passing the hallway. Who is this guy?
And we had a couple of interactions just because we get to the building or like when you're leaving, because he would do overnights for a different station of ours. when he's leaving, I'm getting here.
Yeah.
So we would have a couple of interactions, and like I felt like they were like not anything, but I was like, oh, like we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Jess was like, I was like, who? She's like, yeah, he has a TikTok or something, or like you knew him on TikTok or something. I was like, let me see. So, and this is like, I'm getting like OCD trying to figure out more about this kid. It was like during the whole 6 o'clock hour, we were like obsessively stalking this guy down because I just wanted to know
And
more.
then I was like, he needs to be with us because, well, first of all, in your profile picture on Instagram,
That's
you
what
took a
happened.
picture
No.
because he's basically involved with every other station but ours. But then in his Instagram photo, he's like sitting in front of the polo banner with Mix in the background, and I'm like, bitch, why don't you? And the next morning, I was like, bitch, why don't you like do something with us?
If
Like,
you're
what do you?
If you're watching YouTube, literally, this man's profile picture is like, you know how like radio stations go out and they put up like that
Yeah, I
plastic
think
banner
you're
with their
wearing
logo.
your Mix hoodie, and then also in the background.
YouTube,
No,
check it out. He was
I didn't have the hoodie
literally,
at the time.
Okay.
like, pointing at the logo, and I was like, who is this kid? So like, I started watching some of his TikToks, and I'm like, fuck, like,
Yeah, he's funny.
he's funny.
Mhm.
So that's when I go to Jess. I'm like, hey, ask him if he would want to like help out our show, like be on our show. And then due to circumstances of you may have heard Stephanie on a previous podcast. Stephanie was working with us and she got another job in DC just at the same time. And we were like, I need him. Like I need Hassan to be able to work with this show. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kramer and Jess family. This is Hassan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's find out something about you, Hassan. This is a little getting to know you process that we're going to do with you today. I asked Stephanie the same question, so I think we can ask you what makes you interesting. Let me give you some music for this. This is here's what makes me interesting with Hassan.
I don't know how to answer that question. Like every time someone
pressure.
asks me that
I literally just gave you the world's greatest setup, by the way.
You did.
We spent like 7 minutes talking about how great you are.
It's funny that you said that because like literally I'm just focused on the TikTok thing. I really don't do much on TikTok. I mostly just reenact stuff that's already on there.
React to stuff. Yeah.
I just react.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
So if let's just say that like you're meeting somebody for the first time, like tell me about
No, like when you go on a first date, like what are some of the things that you say like on the first date?
So what are you about? Are you single?
Yes, I am single.
Okay.
It's hard because it depends on the situation. It depends on the person.
Okay.
Because it's either online dating or I got introduced because of a friend. So it depends on which friend introduced me to that person. That's how I will move accordingly.
Okay. So
wait, why? So like, are you only sharing certain things and like holding back certain things?
On the first date, yes. Everyone does
Of
that.
course, yeah.
Like, who does
You
it?
can't be yourself.
Like, you can't be 100% on the first date.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to date me in real life, Jess.
It's 50,
No.
maybe 45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm not
so
going to admit anything, but
so give us a date 4 where like I'm about to be my real ass self right now. Like what's this? Because I just don't know how much you want. I don't know what you want to share. You know?
I'm an open book. You can ask me anything.
Well,
I don't
okay.
care.
So we were sitting here. I'll share this story. We're sitting here at lunch. This is why I knew.
Oh, God.
This is why we wanted him on the show. This was it.
Tell us a story about a previous hookup and maybe how they were actually kind of similar to our first story today.
You're right.
Literally. it
Yeah.
was
So we'll go along with the theme of the podcast.
okay.
Keep it in the family, I think
Yeah.
is what
Is
the
theme
title.
of the show.
The show,
Keep
the
it in
fucking
the family,
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So basically in college, I was talking to someone. And so me and this girl, after like,
She's your age?
no, she was older than me by a year.
Okay.
She was older than me by a year. So after 2 days, we did the deed.
Okay.
Nothing but it. But she was going away for a weekend to hang out with her friends. It was literally, when we did it, it was spring break. So she was about to go out with her friends to Mexico, whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fine.
Doesn't count. Yeah. You guys are young.
But technically, I was still single.
Yes, you
I was
were.
not dating
Yes,
No,
anyone.
yeah. You guys, this was just like strictly hooking up, right?
Literally.
Okay.
So I'm self-disclosing. I am an open bisexual.
Mhm.
And so I went on the gay dating app, which is Grindr.
So you went back and forth.
Yes.
Did you meet the other one on a straight dating app?
Yes.
Okay.
Tinder.
Okay. So now you're on Grindr,
Yes,
flipping back and forth. Sure.
because I was in the mood.
Yeah.
And I hooked up with an older gentleman.
Mhm.
His age, from what you could tell.
50?
Okay.
50?
All right. Older guy.
Yeah. So then hooked up, and I found out something like Jules did off of Euphoria. So after we finished D&D, he went to the bathroom. I just turned over and I saw the picture of the girl and the guy in the same photo. I was like, oh,
Literally realizing that you had
slept with
been
his
intimate.
daughter. I
And then-
slept with the husband. I slept with the father and the daughter.
DC is bigger than that.
I was in West Virginia.
Oh, then normal. Okay, like that's not the first. That ain't the first.
I was
You
in
ain't the
school in
first.
West Virginia when that happened.
You ain't.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
slept with the
When
father
you're
and daughter.
so when he came back,
Wow.
were you like, "Is this a picture of your family?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, he said that's my daughter.
Mhm.
And you said interesting.
Yeah.
So did you have to like? Where do you go from there? Because
I said
is girls-
nothing.
Who did you end up being more intimate with? Did you have any more continuation with either of them, or did you? was it-
Yes,
which one?
both.
For how
At the same
long?
time,
No,
at different
For
times.
how long though?
a month.
Until.
I found someone else.
Okay. Wow.
And they didn't find out at any
No,
point.
no,
Wow.
it's bad. So she didn't live at home with her parents
Mhm.
because she stayed on campus. She stayed in an apartment with her friends.
Mhm.
So when I will hook up with her, it will be at her apartment or my apartment.
Yeah.
But when I hook up with the father, it was always at the house.
Oh my God.
but-
Jess, what would you do?
But my main concern was he was single. He wasn't
In
married.
garage.
I wasn't.
Right.
Sure, you're both single. I mean, I did nothing feel weird about that though.
It did. That's why I stopped after,
After
a month.
Yeah.
you get like so.
Like literally, only had sex with I only had sex with the girl twice, and I had sex with the guy, the father, 3 times.
Okay.
why, why Sam on YouTube said, I already know the story pinned to be comedy because you know, okay, because you know it ain't gonna be good. There's too many
Okay.
players involved here. So no, so wait, being bisexual, do you mostly hook up with guys or you mostly hook up with girls?
Depends on my mood swing.
That's
okay.
what being bisexual is.
But
He's
I
open to
didn't know if
everyone.
like if looking at like your roster, your history, would you say it's
Guys are easier to sleep with.
okay? Well, yeah,
Okay.
I'd say. What's the last when's the last time you cried? Yeah, we're about to go the other route now.
When I got punched in the chest by my father because I was being disrespectful.
How long ago was that?
10 years ago?
How many?
10.
Oh wow.
That's the last time you cried.
Yeah.
What?
Jess, when's the last time you cried?
Yesterday?
Said before we started,
Like
before we hit record.
Literally.
So you're not a crier.
Not really. No. Like I need to be. The only time I will legit cry, I don't know what it is if I'm about to get in a physical altercation, I'll tear up and then I'll fight and then I'll
Okay.
cry.
Okay.
because you're like so angry.
Yes.
Mhm.
What were
Because of
you
rage.
doing? What were you doing to your dad that was disrespectful?
I didn't do nothing to my father. I got disciplined accordingly because I did something very stupid.
And what did you do?
So basically, I used to have a temper
Mm-hmm.
and a foul mouth. And so this is so bad. I can't believe I'm about to admit this. Please don't tell nobody.
Okay.
this-
It's just us.
It's the rule, though. It's the rule.
Don't tell
They
nobody.
know the rule when you're here.
So-
It's-
I was in, this is high school too.
Mhm.
So we had this assignment in English class. We had to write a journal entry
Mhm.
every day or every other day or whatever.
Mhm.
So I wrote in the journal entry, I was cussing up a storm because the teacher pointed me out and gave me an assignment because quote unquote, I was being disobedient or whatever.
Mhm.
And I said, fuck this bitch. She get on my motherfucking nerves.
You were
Yes.
writing this down.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But could you know how
You're like la 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 la.
literally, but you know how therapists like
XOXO.
therapists be like, write your aggression
Yeah,
out
yeah.
Yes.
and then rip it up
Yeah.
Yes.
and you won't get in trouble for
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
There was on a separate sheet of paper, so it really wasn't in the book. I was literally just going like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So I wrote it out and I was going to rip it up, but then my friend being an a-hole took my paper.
No.
I was like, yo, give it back. I gotta throw it away.
Shit.
Yeah.
But she didn't, so it got turned in.
No, that's not even
So,
funny. I would
it's
have been
not.
pissed.
Oh, I was.
dad finds out about this.
I got suspended for 3 days, by the way. For that.
Wow. Yeah.
So I got suspended. They had to call my father, obviously, and so my brother had to come pick me up from school.
Yeah.
And so then my father was at work because my father is a firefighter. So, so he found out. He was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know." He was like,
Are you scared of dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Dad's
a
firm.
dad.
Yeah, dad's firm. He's
If you're not scared of your parents, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry.
It is true. I mean, Jess, who are you scared of? Which one?
My mom.
Yeah. I'm scared of my dad. Not my mom, but my dad. Yeah.
Respect still there, but you need to have a healthy fear respect for your parents.
Okay.
At that time, I was scared shitless of my father. So he was like, "You know you're in trouble. Like you're grounded." I was like, "I know."
Yeah.
And then he just punched me in my chest. I couldn't breathe.
Oof.
Like right there, this part of your chest.
Yeah. Like a little
Couldn't
storm
breathe.
area. Yeah.
Couldn't breathe for a second. I was like,
yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, it's gonna hurt." I was like, "Oh, all right."
But Jess, he hasn't cried in 10 years.
Yeah,
a decade of no tears.
Yeah, why? I feel like that's an issue.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't gotten into a fight recently. I haven't gotten into a fight either, so that's probably I'm overdue for a good cry for real.
Until today. We have your dad on the phone. No.
Could you imagine?
Welcome.
He's down. He'll be down for anything, honestly.
I listen. I'm friggin' excited about you. I'm really friggin' excited. Just this. I was like, this. We'll see how this goes. Bringing him on the podcast, like, see his like energy once I put a mic in front of him, because like you have a communications background. You obviously know like the behind the scenes stuff. But I didn't really know. Have you done any on air stuff before? Like ever been on a radio show?
No.
But you voice track though.
Yeah. Well, I lied. I take it back. I did a commercial once, like an ad spot.
I recorded
I did that.
But that's it.
But yeah, that's it.
I think he's a friggin' star. Do you agree?
Yeah, and I think it's just fun to like have you in here. To be honest,
yay!
It's just nice.
So I really want to just full transparency. So we'll kind of bring you guys in behind the fold of what's happening. With the radio show right now is, we've told you we're in contract negotiations, and I really want to bring in another full-time player, and I just want you on the show some way, somehow. Like I want you to be here. And I know that you got a lot of fans in the building. My fear is my only fear is that you don't want it bad enough. That's my fear. We had a conversation with Hassan, a couple weeks ago? And I see so much potential in you. I see you as a friggin' star. But I don't know that you really, I don't know that if you know if you want it or not.
I don't agree. I don't agree with him, by the way. So my perspective on that is I feel like sometimes Kramer will say certain things or ask a question or just like make statements that is hard for someone to respond to, and I feel like he doesn't realize when he is making someone uncomfortable, and not in like a mean way. It's just something that I'm able to notice now because I've been on both sides of that, to where I was the person he was speaking to that way, to where now we have a different relationship, so I am able to like see this through a different perspective. And like sometimes, I don't know, like sometimes not everyone has like an answer that you think they're going to give, but you have to give them breathing room to figure out what the answer is, which I feel like you should be better at.
Well, I know what I want for this show. And I guess the answers I was looking for was like, I really want to do this. I really want to be a part of the show.
But to bring someone in that's never even done this before, or doesn't even, but also that doesn't even know the possibility, sometimes doesn't even know what the answer is. Yeah. So I think that deserves patience.
And then also, I'm also apprehensive in this field because this is not my first radio station that I worked at. So I do know the things that goes on. Like, you want this, but the timing of it is also like, because the other radio station that I used to work for promised me the same thing, but the timing didn't line up for me, and they also fell through with the promise because other stuff came in perspective.
And do you think there's like a level too of just like your guard up because you don't want to?
That's the main reason why.
And I feel that.
So the answer is like, I do want it, but my guard is up because I know how radio works. Things happens at a drop of a dime. And by the way, point, this whole pandemic
and
thing,
you can't fault him for that.
No, you're right.
Because behind the scenes,
why I'm glad
it's
we can
a
talk
shit
about
show.
it. Yeah, no, it is. And listen, take this one right here. Here's another great example of the same thing of like, how long were you promised full time?
Totally.
How long? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Like
it's maybe like, and that's what's hard too, because like, you know, comments are dropped maybe like, you know, 3 years ish. And then conversations are like low key finally happening 3 years. And then 2 years when it kind of got like serious. But like, I was in that building from 2013 and didn't leave till 2020, you know? So like, so I get it.
This radio game is such a mind fuck. It will destroy your soul. It will feed your soul and destroy your soul all in the same day. Like it just has a way of doing it. The business side of this thing is so and it's not, I'm not just talking about the company we work for. It's every company I've worked for. And I worked for almost all of them. So like it is a weird grind of something you love to do, but will never love you in return the same way you love it. It's the most like dysfunctional relationship, you know, with radio. But I really want to root for you. Like and listen, I ain't shit. You know what I mean? I ain't shit, Jess ain't shit. Like our opinions are about as important as assholes. You know what I mean? Like they don't, it doesn't matter. I mean, we can root all we want. I mean, I rooted hard as hell for Jess in San Diego and it's never happened. But I really want to root for you to be a future on this show, mainly because this motherfucker's profile was the Mix 1065 banner.
I know.
Can we never forget this for the rest of time ever? That when I said, who is that kid? And we looked him up. He literally had the Mix 1065 banner in the background.
How do you like working with us so far?
To be fair though. No, you guys are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was there something that you expected but surprised you? Or like, I want to know what your perception of each of us is now that you've worked with us for a little bit.
My perspective.
Did you know it? Did you know the show before you met us, or did you even?
I heard the show.
Okay.
A few times. Yes.
Yeah.
But my perspective is kind of different. I kind of thought you like your energy is great, Kramer. Like I thought you was a positive guy, but I also thought behind the scenes you was an asshole.
Oh, I am. Okay, so just so we're clear. Were you surprised though? So like
the level of asshole you are? Yes.
Yeah. You think I'm more of an asshole?
No.
You think I'm nicer than you thought I would be in real life?
Yes.
Wow. Look at that, Jessica. We rarely get that. So that's really nice.
Yeah, he's only been with us for a couple weeks.
That's true. I swear to God. Everyone wonders why Jess and I are same studios. We said it was for COVID protocol.
Yeah, no, we're still in separate studios.
It's been over 2 years now.
Yeah.
We're still in separate studios. Okay, so you thought I was going to be a dick, but I'm actually nicer
now
than you
he's
thought.
like,
yes,
half nice, half dick.
Okay,
yeah.
That's fair.
That is fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll take that. What about Jess?
Honestly, I kind of put you in the same situation as like I call her my sister, but she's like my next door neighbor, but we just been friends for over 15 years. So now she's just my sister. Like we know each other's family and everything. I put you in the same category as her.
Wow.
I was like, she probably has a lot. She's probably high maintenance. She probably has.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be
it's
like
a good thing,
I
though.
love you like a sister. I didn't realize a sister I don't like.
No,
okay.
I do because she's probably high maintenance. She probably has a lot of pet peeves. But then I was like, oh, like hearing the radio station and then also hearing the Uncensored podcast, I was like, oh, she's nothing at all. I agree with a lot of things that she said. Oh, I can't wait to actually meet her and have a conversation with her.
And now that you did,
I'm happy about it.
you like her.
Yes.
Nice as you thought she was gonna be?
Nicer.
I feel like because when we first talked, because I saw you a couple times, and then when we first talked, it wasn't like that much, but I was like, oh, like he's chill.
Like we had a genuine connection.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know, like a friend, a real like genuine friend connection.
Yeah.
And
yes.
For me personally, you're a fucking breath of fresh air for me.
Mm-hmm.
And also we're the same age. So
yeah, I think for me, like it feeds my soul because I haven't like been able to have that connection with someone that's like around the same age as me yet.
Yeah.
Here in general. So it's like, it's just nice to have that.
Yep.
And then you two together, I was like, ooh, poor little California.
What does that mean?
Y'all just so West Coast with y'all thinking.
Yeah?
We're too progressive.
Do you think so?
No. I mean, yes.
But so I'm curious that because you're from
true.
this side of the you're from the East Coast. So it's like how does can you explain that to me?
it's just mostly Kramer. You're very.
Go.
It seems like you're not over certain situations, and you don't know how to move forward
with
everything.
Other than business. Like, you know what you want for work.
He's like,
just personal life, you don't know
like
what you
everything.
want. And then Jess, you think the same way as my friend does, my little sister does.
So do you think when you listen to us on the radio that we sound like we don't fit in here?
At first, but now you do.
When you first listened to us,
yeah,
we sounded like fish out of the water.
Yes.
But now you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't help either that I listened to the first 10 episodes of the podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, well then, yeah. Well, I'm
by episode 70.
Yeah, we're
y'all Marylanders. By episode 70. Yeah.
Only took us 70 episodes, 70 weeks, a year and a half.
Sounds about right.
I mean, but truly, hell, you ain't wrong. We moved here in the middle of the pandemic. We couldn't get out. We couldn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was like, the fuck? Like, what is this place? But we're here now. Look at this outfit she got on today.
I know.
The fuck?
Playing Old Bay on everything. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just need to get you to do some seafood boil.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That's next.
Well, we go because someone can't go.
They got side salad.
You still don't want to go. Stop acting like you want to go.
I don't want to go.
You don't want to go.
I don't want to go. I love y'all, but I don't want to go.
That's true.
We got invited to something for 4th of July, and I'm like,
I was literally like, why were you fucking acting like you're gonna pull up?
I was avoiding all the questions.
I was gonna, and I almost called you out, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let him act like this.
So what you need to know about me is I love getting. I hate not getting invited to things. I don't love getting invited, but I hate feeling like I get left out of an invite. But I hate.
Yeah, the minute he found out that I had a separate group chat with Aaron and with Lady T and Aaron.
Yeah, those are our TV friends. And so we get a text message.
He freaked the fuck out, even though he doesn't want to go to shit, but he freaked out.
So Aaron texted us yesterday. She goes, I'm having a 4th of July and housewarming party. I was like, fuck, I don't want to go to that.
And he's like,
I love them.
And then you're like,
no, I didn't say yay. I was like, they're going to, because we all went cow petting together or cow cuddling. And so I was like, I never said I was going to go. I was just like, dodge. Are there going to be cows there? Huh? Like, I never said I was going to go.
Why wouldn't you just say, I can't go right off the bat?
I'm a people pleaser.
This is exactly what I'm talking about right here.
Nice.
Don't know what you want.
No, I know what I want.
Obviously you don't.
Stay my ass at home.
You want to be invited. You want to be in the group chat, but you don't want to hang out.
I don't want to hang out ever. I don't know. It's weird because I'm a people pleaser, so I feel bad being
no,
like,
you're not. But
obviously you're not.
You don't please people.
Not y'all,
No,
not y'all, but everybody else. I got. I ain't got time. What I want to talk about today. We gotta go.
Oh gosh,
we'll talk about this next week. I'll save it.
Oh yeah.
One of my friends.
Oh damn, we liars. We talk about this on the radio. We didn't talk shit.
Sorry if we're tuning in for
They're
this.
Like waiting.
My bad. I just want to be here all day today.
Yeah, they got caught up.
I thought Hassan was gonna say 3 words, motherfucker.
You asked me more than 3 questions. What you expect?
Like, when was the last time you cried?
Literally,
you wouldn't shut the hell up over here. My friend's ex-girlfriend, who their relationship ended tumultuously, reached out to me, and like the shit she said to me, y'all. First off, I don't know what to do with it. Second off, I don't even know if I need to tell him the shit she's telling me.
Ugh.
So. Next week we'll
talk about that next week.
Yeah. Hassan, where do we find you? I want y'all to go sniff out Hassan a little bit because y'all podcast listeners, y'all the diehards, and don't comment on YouTube. Don't do it publicly, but slide into one of our DMs and give us your feedback on this guy because we really like him. We really like. I am very excited about this guy. But do your research. What the hell is your Instagram name and TikTok? And then explain it.
It's literally Stan Willie 2. So StanWillie 2. That's it.
There was a Stan Willie 1?
Yes.
What is Stan Willie?
My last name and my last name is Stanback. My middle name is William. So I just named Willie.
Aww.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's my alter ego, so I can act like a doofus.
Right, without people trying to like track you down.
Exactly.
Stan Willie. So StanWillie 2.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all do some research on this guy and let us know what you think because I really want to root for this guy. I really do. Jess, where we find you.
Just do it. JESSDUITT and my podcast Low Key.
And I'm that guy Kramer. My podcast is called Certified Mama's Boy. Thank you for 80 episodes, man. We don't deserve any of this. We really don't. Every day that we get to come in here and produce this kind of stuff for y'all is a damn dream come true. So we appreciate you. Hassan, thank you, friend, for coming in.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.